Daniel Defoe, Robinson Crusoe, Part 109. I did not so much as go to look after my boat all this time, but began rather to think of making another, for I could not think of ever making any more attempts to bring the other boat round the island to me, lest I should meet with some of these creatures at sea, in which case, if I had happened to have fallen into their hands, I knew what would have been my lot. Time, however, and the satisfaction I had that I was in no danger of being discovered by these people began to wear off my uneasiness about them, and I began to live just in the same composed manner as before, only with this difference that I used more caution and kept my eyes more about me than I did before, lest I should happen to be seen by any of them. And particularly I was more cautious of firing my gun, lest any of them, being on the island, should happen to hear it. It was therefore a very good providence to me that I had furnished myself with a tame breed of goats, and that I had no need to hunt any more about the woods or shoot at them. And if I did catch any of them after this, it was by traps and snares, as I had done before, so that for 2 years after this I believe I never fired my gun once off, though I never went out without it. And what was more, as I had saved 3 pistols out of the ship, I always carried them out with me, or at least 2 of them, sticking them in my goatskin belt. I also furbished up one of the great cutlasses that I had out of the ship, and made me a belt of hang it on also, so that I was now a most formidable fellow to look at when I went abroad. If you add to the former description of myself the particular of 2 pistols and a broadsword hanging at my side in a belt, but without a scabbard, things going on thus, as I have said, for some time, I seemed expecting these cautions to be reduced to my former calm, sedate way of living. All these things tended to show me more and more how far my condition was from being miserable compared to some others, nay, to many other particulars of life which it might have pleased God to have made my lot. It put me upon reflection how little repining there would be among mankind at any condition of life if people would rather compare their condition with those that were worse in order to be thankful than be always comparing them with those which are better to assist their murmurings and complainings. As in my present condition there were not really many things which I wanted, so indeed I thought that the frights I had been in about these savage wretches, and the concern I had been in for my own preservation, had taken off the edge of my invention for my own conveniences.